Hello, soon to be licensed nurse practitioners. My name is Miss Cohen, and I'm here to talk to you about test anxiety with the preparation for the NP boards. Is this you? Recently, I created a poll on Instagram and Facebook. A lot of students told me that they suffer from test anxiety. So I have created this presentation to talk to you about ways of reducing the anxiety for the purposes of passing the nurse practitioner exam. So a little nervousness before the test is normal, and it can actually help you with focusing your attention. But test anxiety can also be debilitating. It can create racing thoughts, the inability to concentrate. It can even bring negative thoughts such as feeling inadequate or helpless. And it can even combine with some symptoms like heart beating fast, or nausea, headache, even diarrhea. So test anxiety is a psychological condition where people experience extreme distress in testing situations. It can make you feel miserable, and it can affect anyone. Is this you? So why do people feel test anxiety? Maybe it's fear of failure. Maybe feeling of not having prepared well for the test. Maybe it's bad experience taking the test in the past. Maybe you did not pass in the past. Feeling uncomfortable in the testing center. Maybe it's poor study habits or other stressors in life, such as family or a crisis. It could be the death of a loved one. Maybe it's work, children, maybe just lack of time to prepare for an exam. Well, you don't stand alone. So, how to avoid anxiety when taking a test or preparing for the test? So, let me share with you. Number one thing that you can do to reduce anxiety for a test or preparing for a test is to be well prepared. To be well prepared. I get daily emails from students sharing their concerns and fears while preparing for the nurse practitioner boards. I am listening and I'm here to help you. So, are you, for example, the immigrant whose English is not the first language? Or maybe you didn't pass your exam in the past once, twice, four times. All right. Maybe you're the one who is unable to concentrate. You can't retain the information as you're studying. Is that you? So, the best way to prepare is what I have come up with, which is the Cohen review. The Cohen review is set up in a way to prepare you in the shortest amount of time. It explains things in an easy way to follow, and it targets multiple learning styles. So visuals, auditory, right? It's funny and it's straight to the point. Most importantly, it is humble. So it comes from a former student, an experienced licensed nurse educator and nurse practitioner that understands and has gone through what it takes to succeed in passing the exam. It is broken down into videos covering each system, like I have in front of you: cardiac, pulmonary, pediatric. It has the option to print the lectures so you can write down notes. Each lecture has the option for you to do a quiz, so you can study at the end of each system and take that quiz. It contains pictures. I'm going to show you diagrams. It has graphs. Look at this. Pictures, graphs. All right. So the number one thing is to be well prepared. And I have the tool for you to prepare well through the Cohen review. Number two, how to avoid test anxiety is do not pay attention to what others are doing. We all learn differently. I am the one that takes to study the same thing 6-7 times before it actually gets registered. Then I have a friend who studies things once and they retain that information like it's their cell phone number. Well, that's not me. And probably that's not you either. Do not compare yourself to others. We all learn differently, okay? Have a positive mental attitude. Play the role. So look in the mirror every morning and say to yourself, I will pass this test. Studies have shown that this is actually helpful. Go ahead and dress up when you're studying. Put on your white lab coat. Put that stethoscope around you and get into the role of feeling like a licensed nurse practitioner so you can believe it. The other one is relaxation techniques. If your heartbeat is beating fast, take some deep breaths. Learn how to slow down that breathing. Do exercise such as yoga, walking. Sometimes, and what I recommend to students is if you're feeling or starting to feel overwhelmed during your studies, pause, because most likely you're not going to retain any information moving forward. Step out of the studying environment. Go out for a walk, get some fresh air, get yourself a snack. Go for a walk just to get the blood flowing, pumping, to take a pause from studying. All right. Exercise, yoga, walking, all of these things will help with test anxiety. All right. Drink plenty of water because our body is mostly made out of water, so it needs it, and eat well, obviously. And let me just throw this at you because students think that now it's the time to start a medication. No, this is not the time to start a new medication. You do not all of a sudden suffer from ADHD. So do not think that you're going to now start taking stimulants like Ritalin or Adderall, right? Do not spend hundreds of dollars on supplements and vitamins such as Absolute Focus supplements or Brain Dust, natural mushroom. I mean, I've heard it all. Master Brain Cognitive Enhancer or propranolol. If you haven't needed these to successfully pass nurse practitioner school or even nursing school, this is not the time for you to think that you're going to benefit from these, okay? If you're unsure on how to pass the exam, I welcome you to check out other services that I offer. In addition to the Cohen review, I have the question bank, which is 100 questions mimicking the ones that you will see on the exam with the rationale. I also have the question and answers, which is recorded live lectures that go over the most frequently asked topics on the exam. It presents questions like the ones that you will see on the exam, and then we get to explain, talk about why the answer is what it is. The best way to learn is understanding why things are what they are, not memorizing, right? And if you like, I also offer one-on-one coaching. This is a personalized assessment on your readiness to pass the exam. And at the end, I give you a personalized study plan according to your needs. Don't be a victim of test anxiety. I am here to help. If you're still watching this video, it's because you can relate. The Cohen Review, it's made for students like yourself. Trust the method and succeed. If you haven't already done so, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, just because I'm constantly posting videos, diagrams, and new information that you should be aware of for the purposes of passing the exam, including some study tips and topics. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at any point to thecohenreview@gmail.com. Best of luck with your studies, and I hope that I can help you with passing the exam.